And waiting for the teams to load in. If you're just tuning in, once again, just a reminder.
Yes.
Just a reminder that this... Let's see. There we go. Trixie. Doing what damage you can. Actually, Puppey blows a clarity in the process of that. Trixie's right behind him. And here comes some help. There's the dust, and they're going to bring the Prophet up. There's the Frostbite, and Trixie playing a little too brave. Ends up being the second kill for Navi. And you simply... Havos is going to be getting a Midas of his own, so going to be coming out probably a little later than Arrows, but still comparable.
Yeah, Navi's handling this early game very well.
Hani engaged on, and they should be able to get him. They've got help on the way. That's going to be No Tail. There's a two-man Impale out, but the damage just isn't there. It's 4-on-2 at this point. They may get Fly and will, as he's tracked down following the side trap. They do manage to trade away the Alchemist for it, though. So a 2-for-1. Not the best and not the worst. And Puppey, not quite level 6 yet, but getting very, very close. And going to go and spin the Frostbite on the Trixie. Here comes help. Nature's Prophet's there. And the Sprout off the mark, but doesn't matter as they bring him down for free. Fnatic's actually going to be getting dive on Fly. He's blown up with one more meld. Trixie comes in.
Pretty much just like a meld hit and a concoction, and he's dead. So much minus armor. They don't really need clings for that.
Yep. And Havost already
just get kills around the map. Don't go for Dendi because he has a Aegis. Maybe if you can pull him aside with a hook when he's out of position, then you can kill him twice.
There's the hook. That's the combination they've been looking for. Got the track off on it as well. No
nice
tail.
Fishing by No Tail though.
Yep. That was very... Kuro in some trouble. Impel will be shot, and out comes the Infest from Era. There's a Frostbite to try and buy some time. Hook's going to be off the mark. Shame for Hani there. He connects there and makes that a 2-for-1. That's a much, much bigger engagement. As it stands, they do manage, and he might just spot out Trixie, depending on... Yep, they're right on top of each other. Being pinged out by both sides. And in the meantime, a little bit of trading of the pain here in mid. Sentries down on both sides, and Hani going to be silenced out by Havos as he strafes and does damage from the high ground. Easy kill for him. Trixie threw out a track. In the meantime, behind the fight, Puppey caught out. Now we're going to see the Impale catch two. Immediate firing of the Unstable Concoction, though, makes that another big win for Navi. Fly pursued out. Dendi going to be dismembered and buy just enough time for Fly to escape. Now Hani has to run. Era's right behind him, though. Oh, the hook pulled Era back.
That was actually good for him, because if he didn't get hooked there, he would have died to Dendi with the meld and the Unstable Concoction as well down. He would have just been blown up. So
they just haven't gotten enough out of Hani.
It's been way too long. Like they should have moved around earlier with Visage and Nyx when CM and stuff rotated, but this was way before level 6. Dendi using his Aegis up.
And
oh, wow, he did not need to use his BKB there.
And now Puppey brought down. And there's an Impale on the Dendi, the immediate track. Another hook brings Era out of the fight. And for sure, that wasn't intentional. No Tail continuing to move around, spotted out and cleaned up. Medallion just making the damage output in terms of physical DPS way too high. Fly serving his bait. Puppey's going to go ahead and use Freezing Field. And Era eating a lot of damage through it. Havost is there to clean up with Strafe. And Puppey actually manages to make... Honestly, Hani has been almost a non-factor.
Yeah, I mean, aside from that early first kill, Hani about to eat an Unstable Concoction.
And the follow-up Orchid. And Havos is just going on an absolute tear at this point. He turns. There's the Orchid. And the strafe damage. There's a hook, though. And they're going to be able to clean up Havos. So Fnatic able to bait one out. And get a fairly decent kill. Now, it's going to take a lot.
No Tail misses a stun on Puppey. Era is inside of him.
Yep, and now the follow-up Frostbite as Dendi comes in. Fnatic TP's in as well. He actually smoked, and the hook is there. Will beat no. Unstable Concoction thrown just a little too early. And now Hani eating a lot of damage from Dendi. Dendi always seems to have a haste rune or an invis when he plays TA in particular. And... another unstable
gem on him too.
Another unstable concoction up, and there's going to be a hook. Dendi baited it out, and they're going to try to engage. He's going to be brought down. Wow, BKB for absolutely no reason. Now Kuroki caught with the open wounds, and this will be a track kill if they manage to get him. And the Frostbite might buy time. Nope, Shuriken toss is there. Now Puppey looking to do some damage, and will drop before he's able to bring anyone down. So just like
BKB was just, and with the Necro 3 on Nature's Prophet pressuring left side, they're going to have to defend that.
Track on the Dindy, we see No Tail is locked and loaded. Up the top, Fnatic's actually going to be hooked out by Hani, who managed to get around behind him. And that will be a track kill. So adding more stacks of Flesh Heap, just what they need the most. Unable to
the Aegis, the items are just pouring in for Avos, and I had some slight doubts about him playing it, but it seems to be doing very well on that. Trixie.
And Trixie will be able to make it away. Frostbite was a little late coming out from Puppey. But Dindy did manage to pick off the Courier. In the meantime, we're going to see a hook snagging out Puppey, so looking for a return kill. Hani pops his haster and has another hook up in 5 seconds if he wants to spend it in pursuit of someone. Looks like that's the plan. He's going to force staff down to the low ground. In the meantime, it looks like Clinks manages to find a kill behind there.
I mean, if they overextend again, like Navi had the game when they had the gem the first time, and then he had it, and Puppey about to die.
Up, the nice stun comes out, caught two with it, and the freezing field going to go up because of it. Era infests through it, but the damage output just way too much as Havos is just completely eviscerating this Fnatic squad. No one can stand up to it. Behind, we see Era cleaned up after being sprouted in, and Havos going to go ahead and pursue down, and he actually manages to get the Aegis, but not before a triple kill is notched by him. Now Era lands in, and hey, nice little turnaround there. Dindy jumps in and wants to go toe-to-toe, and 4 staffs there to get him back to safety. So it ends up being a 3-for-2 trade, but they did get an Aegis. Most actually spins his BKB now, and Sentry goes down as he's going to skeleton walk away back to safety. There's a hook, and Havos cleaned up because of it. Very well shot by Hani. Best he's had. Puppey, though, going to use the freezing field, and look at the damage output. We actually saw Nahaz talking about this and one of his little awesome stats pop-ins. Puppey's instincts on when to use that, knowing when stuns, and down goes our first set of racks.
Yeah, the versus Mass Ghost Scepter's Crystal Maiden's ultimate is very, very effective, and I don't really think they counter for that, but it's the best they can do to try and survive this onslaught from the farm Navi heroes. And looks like we're going to a game 3.
Navi will not be brought down and swept out of the playoffs as they put the finishing touches on what is certainly going to be a Game 2 victory. Yep, there it is. Fly calls the GG. And Navi, who was up against it,